Hey guys, it's Jenny Silver. Many of you collecting California EDD unemployment claims have reached the end of your benefits. Those of you on PEUC, PUA, or FedEd claims have now come to a close. Many of you are wondering if you will be able to file a new regular state unemployment claim and if you will be approved. The information here on if you will be approved for a regular unemployment claim is complicated and confusing. Unfortunately, the EDD has oversimplified this information that they put out to their claimants. In their social media, in their the information put out by EDD on their website, in their social media, and in their press releases is not all of the qualifications required in order to qualify you for a new regular unemployment claim. Unfortunately, the EDD has put out some misleading information over the last several months regarding who may qualify for a new regular unemployment claim. I want to clarify some things for you which are extremely complicated. So I'm going to be showing you the direct material from the EDD as well as a statement from attorney Daniela Urban from the Center for Workers' Rights. Daniela Urban was responsible for the class action lawsuit, which has resulted in the EDD being required to pay out those pending certifications by September 30th. I want you to keep in mind that the information that I'm presenting to you comes directly from the EDD. If you have questions on if you personally will qualify for a new claim, please make sure that you default to asking those questions to EDD directly, as I am not an EDD representative and I cannot advise you on your own personal claim. Something that has been extremely problematic has been how the EDD has presented the possibility of filing a new claim to claimants reaching the end of their benefits. The EDD unfortunately has posted in many places recently, on their website, in press releases, on Twitter, in many other places, that claimants who earned wages within the last 18 months may qualify for a new unemployment claim. Unfortunately, this is not all of the information needed to know if you qualify, and the details needed to determine if you qualify are quite complicated. The EDD also routes you to a benefits calculator to see if you qualify for a new claim. And once again, unfortunately, this calculator does not always calculate things out accurately. The EDD states that to establish a valid claim, you must have earned at least $1,300 in the highest quarter of your base period, $900 in your highest quarter, and total base period earnings of 1.25 times your high quarter earnings. Now, they do not state or here. However, when I cross-reference this publication with another publication found here, you will see that it is noted as you may use one or the other in order to qualify. In order to understand how these benefits will be calculated, and in order to understand if you will be eligible, we need to first understand what a base period is. Base period is a 12-month period of time. Each base period has 4 quarters, and each quarter is 3 months long. Now, most claims will go off of the standard base period, and the standard base period is the first 4 quarters of the last 5 completed calendar quarters prior to the beginning date of the unemployment claim. Now, today is September 13th, so many of you will be applying for new claims effective in September. So right here, we see that if your claim begins in July, August, or September, that your standard base period would be these 4 quarters shown here. Now, many of you may not have sufficient wages in the standard base period, and you may not have enough wages within the 4 quarters shown here in order to qualify. In that case, then the EDD will automatically consider if you have enough wages to file a claim using the alternate base period. The alternate base period is the last 4 completed calendar quarters prior to the beginning date of the claim. For those of you filing in September, this means that your alternate base period would include these months. Now, the unemployment benefits calculator will calculate this portion for you. So if this step confuses you, yes, go over and use the unemployment benefits calculator. There is no reason to do this calculation yourself. Now, once you determine whether you qualify for a standard base period or an alternate base period, next you're going to want to look at exactly how much in wages you earned in each quarter. Why? Because if you earned a significant amount of wages in one quarter versus another, you want to make sure that the date that you file your unemployment application allows that quarter to be included in your calculation for weekly benefit award amount. If you apply too early, if you apply too early, your base period is going to be determined based on your application date. That application date may not then include the quarter with your highest earnings, and that would result in you getting approved but having a significantly lower weekly benefit award amount. As you can see here, the month in which you file your claim determines the months that are used to calculate how many wages and what your weekly benefit award amount will be. This means that for those of you who are filing a new claim who had very inconsistent wages, the date of your application may be extremely important in terms of actually getting you qualified for your unemployment claim. For those of you that had enough earnings to qualify you within a standard base period, you will want to take into account when you had the most earnings to determine when you should file a new claim. For those of you that recently went back to work for some period of time, you may have had the majority of your earnings in months April, May, and June. However, if you are applying and are approved under a standard base period, April, May, and June will not be taken into account with your weekly benefit award amount or your approval. Why? Because we are currently in the month of September. As you see here, in the month of September, for applications received with a September date, they will be looking at the following quarters in order to qualify you. So for those of you that earn the majority of your income in April, May, and June, that would qualify you for a new claim, you may wish to wait until October to apply. For those of you who qualify based on an alternate base period, if we look here at the month of September, they will be looking at your April, May, and June income in order to qualify. This means that for those of you that earned a significant amount of earnings in July, August, and September, you may want to wait to apply until October. Next, in order to qualify for a new unemployment claim, pandemic-related reasons are no longer something that would qualify you for a claim. Daniela Urban from the Center of Workers' Rights let me know that this is not something that will qualify you for a regular unemployment claim currently because these pandemic-related programs have ended. If you were terminated from your employment due to no fault of your own, then yes, you would qualify. However, those COVID-related reasons, such as needing to stay home to care for a child due to lack of childcare, no longer pertain to being approved for a regular unemployment. Next, this is extremely important, and the EDD does not post this information anywhere that can be easily found. Requalification requirements. The EDD states to requalify for a subsequent new claim, meaning that you had one claim and now it's followed by the next one. You must have earned $1,300 in one quarter or at least $900 in your highest quarter and total of 1.25 times your high quarter earnings, which was the same as before, but then they add in during the benefit year of your original claim. That means that when you started your last unemployment claim, within that total claim time, your earnings in the amount of these requirements must have taken place within that claim, which is 12 months. They state that under California law and federal law, wages that have already been used to determine the amount of UI benefits payable on a claim cannot be used again in the future to file another UI claim. This is different than what the EDD states across the board. This information, while it is provided by the EDD on their website, is very difficult to find. It is within a specific publication linked within other information. It's hard to locate, and it is not what they are promoting on their Twitter page, on their benefits year-end page, etc. This information is difficult to find, and this is the information that they need to be sharing prominently as these 2.2 million claimants lose their benefits. This is problematic because this is extremely complicated. It is not information that is being shared when the EDD posts about those who may qualify to receive a new claim. It's difficult to locate, and they're not providing clear answers to people regarding this information. Even their benefit calculator is not programmed for this information. So, if you are trying to file a new regular unemployment claim, why am I sharing this information with you, which is complicated, confusing, and if you're watching this, it might seem like I don't even understand it myself. Well, it's important for you guys to understand that this information may disqualify you from receiving a new claim. I want you to have all the information available so that you are able to plan accordingly. So I'm going to continue to press this issue with the EDD. I have an email into my contact in the media department surrounding several questions about this. They have not yet replied, but I do hope that they are able to provide me with some more information. Okay, you guys, I hope that was helpful. Even if this information isn't something that you wanted to hear, I want you to please still, if you appreciate the information, click like, subscribe, leave comments down below to support the video.